What's going on, y'all? We are back with another mock the mock. It has been a while since we've done a mock the mock. I've been busy, but hey, we're back with another one. Field Yates, I believe this is his first one of the year, dropped a mock draft. It is a two-rounder, so it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And I have not seen anything besides my Dolphin picks. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about this. And I also heard of certain players available late in the second round, so I need to see what that's about too. Let's go ahead and hop into the mock draft. Starting off, number one, no surprise for any of us, Fernando Mendoza. If you don't have this as your first overall pick, you probably shouldn't be doing mock drafts at this point. You just shouldn't. I mean, it's pretty set in stone who's going number one and where he's going to. Oh, okay. Um, so I mean, this is clearly not the first time I've ever seen this pick before. People have mocked David Bailey to the Jets. I just disagree. I think Arvel Reese is going number two, and I feel pretty strongly about that. So, yeah, it is kind of surprising. If you want the best pure pass rusher in the draft, I mean, this might be the best call for you to go David Bailey. I'd rather have the guy that's 2 years younger. He's a way better run defender. He's a better athlete, and he's shown a lot of upside as a pass rusher as well. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised to see David Bailey go number two overall. I don't think he's all that good of a run defender really at all. So Andy is already 23, so which isn't old for a prospect, but compared to Bain and Reese that are both 21 years old, I mean, you got to think about it, what Arvel Reese would look like in 2 years from now. But David Bailey's the pick. All right, Arvel Reese goes number three, and I'm happy to see him listed as a edge because he's not a fucking off the ball linebacker. I don't care what he played in college. He is clearly going to play edge at the NFL level until he fails and has to move back to linebacker. But yeah, this is a good pick for the Cardinals. I mean, I know Maui Noah is the typical name here. David Bailey's been here before. But yeah, I like this pick a lot. I mean, I really think he's going to go number two overall in the NFL draft. So if he's here at three, I mean, think the Jets did you a favor. Number four for the Tennessee Titans. What the hell? Okay, the pick is going to be Sonny Styles out of Ohio State. And yeah, the Titans linebackers aren't perfect. We all know that. Cody Barton is okay. Cedric Gray had a breakout year last year. I think he's a pretty solid starting linebacker. So that's kind of what makes me question it. I mean, I understand upgrading Cody Barton, but like, is that really your biggest issue? I get David Bailey isn't here, who fits Saleh's system pretty much flawlessly, but Jeremiah Love's here, and that's something I can't really wrap my head around. Sonny Styles is my number one overall player in the class. I just don't really see a clear fit for the Titans. I mean, I guess this is your Fred Warner for Robert Saleh, but I'd be pretty surprised if the Titans do this, but I don't hate it. I just don't think it's very likely. Nor do I think this is likely. The New York Giants going Caleb Downs at five. And at a point in time, this is what all of us mocked to the Giants. I mean, I try to switch things up, as y'all know, but this was the fan favorite. Hell, some people it's still the fan favorite. The Giants have just done a lot to the safety room. Like they brought in, like he added, Jason Pinnock and Ardarius Washington. Yes, they are backups. They also brought in Elijah Campbell, special teamer from the Dolphins. Excuse me. You don't have to love him, but he might probably make the roster for special teams purposes. That's another body at safety. And you paid Javon Holland a pretty nice contract last year. You still have Tyler Nubin. So while, yeah, the room is upgradable, is it really your biggest need? I don't think so. I probably would have went with Sonny Styles off the board, Carnell Tate. To me, Darnell Mooney's a wide receiver three. Calvin Austin's a wide receiver four. Malik is clearly a wide receiver one. So what are you missing? You're missing a true wide receiver two, and you'd prefer one with some size on the outside. That's Carnell Tate. Andy's a great route runner, can get open, doesn't drop the ball. I don't know. I just don't really see Caleb Downs going fifth overall with the bad measurables, and some people believe there might be something wrong with his ACL to be determined, I guess. I don't, it could be smoke screens, but people that do put out fake news like that, lame as fuck. I don't know if it's fake to the full extent. It might not be as serious as it sounds, but I think it's definitely real, though. All right, number six for the Browns. They do not opt to take the top tackle available. They go Carnell Tate out of Ohio State. That rhymed. Yeah, I mean, this makes a lot of sense. The Browns need a weapon for Shador Sanders or Deshaun Watson if they're going to give him another chance. I highly doubt and don't think they should. But yeah, probably Shador's team next year. He needs people to throw the ball to. Cedric Tillman's never healthy. Jerry Judy is never consistent. Isaiah Bond's a deep gadget guy. Parnell Tate can be your wide receiver one in this offense. Thank you. Okay, Jeremiah Love does go seventh overall. I was very curious to see how far the fall would would drop with him not going to the Titans at four, which I like when people pass on him at four with David Bailey, not really Sonny Styles. I don't think it really makes sense, but I already talked about that. You brought in Rashad White. He's like good blocking, fine pass catcher, terrible runner. Like I don't know why people were trying to gas that up. It is irrelevant to me. Same thing with Bill Krosky. I mean, maybe the most overrated backfield to ever exist. I mean, I don't think either one of them are starting running backs at the NFL level. I don't even really like him as twos, to be honest. I'd prefer him as threes. So, yeah, I have no problem with Jeremiah Love being the pick here. Jerome Ford's irrelevant to me. I forgot they even signed him until I just read it on the screen. But yeah, Jeremiah Love is the seventh overall pick. I like this pick a lot. I like Field Yates says. I think this is a perfect Cam Jordan replacement for your edge rusher room. Ruben Bain Jr. seamless fit with Brandon Staley's defense. So I think this is the correct pick, especially with how the board fell. What does he do with the Chiefs? Yeah, no. No, 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 no. I just don't think this is happening. I love Jordan Tyson as a prospect, as a player. I love Jordan Tyson. The injuries are too much. I don't I at this point, maybe it's a hot take, maybe I look like an idiot a month from now. I don't even think Jordan Tyson's gonna be a first round pick. I just really don't. I mean, last year, if you told me Will Johnson fell because of a hamstring and a knee injury, no, Will Johnson's a top five player in the draft. He ain't falling out of the first round. That's just ridiculous. Well, it happened, and he fell to like the middle of the second round. So I just don't see a world where him not participating at the pro day solely because the hamstring is still flaring up and bothering him. I just don't see how he's going to be a really top 20 pick, let alone a top 10 pick at this point in time. Great talent. Injuries are just too much for me. Yeah. Number 10 for the Bengals. I like this pick a lot. This is my favorite pick once Caleb Downs is off the board. Mansour Delane, starter, replace Cam Taylor Britt in your secondary. Seamless fit, better player than Cam Taylor Britt. So, yeah, this is a huge upgrade for the Bengals secondary with Al Golden. So, A plus in my book. Number 11 for the Dolphins. Another A plus in my book, which, like I said, I already saw this pick. It's just kind of nuts to me to think that there is a very small potential that no offensive lineman goes in the top 10 because I think the Chiefs could consider a tackle. I think the Browns, obviously, the Cardinals. I guess that really is it. So if those three teams pass, then it's kind of done. Like I don't see the Giants taking an offensive lineman. I don't see it. The Saints obviously aren't unless you kick Maino or Fano into guard to replace Caesar Ruiz. But yeah, I just don't see it happening. I I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. If he's here, hallelujah. Pray to the heavens. Amen. I would love it to death as a Dolphin fan. Start him at right guard year one, long term right tackle to replace Austin Jackson. I just don't think he's going to be here. I think a more realistic option is probably Spencer Fano. All right, 12 for the Cowboys, Jermod McCoy. I like this pick a lot more than other people do. He is actually going to work out at his pro day a week from now, so we'll see what he looks like. And if he looks good, man, he might be a top 10 pick. But yeah, the Cowboys need starting corner help. I mean, you cut Trevon Diggs at the end of last year. Ron Bland has not really looked good past year. Simone Ravel was not good as a rookie recovering from the ACL tear. So yeah, you need more talent in the room. Jermod McCoy's a true boundary. Kick Deron Bland into the nickel. Hope Savone Ravel has a breakout year in 2026, and let's move forward. Wow. So this is unique, and I know it's a real possibility for the Rams to take offensive linemen. I don't think this is going to be the way they do it. I don't think you're going to take a true tackle. I mean, Warren McClendon was awesome last year, stepping in for Rob Havenstein. And I think a big reason Havenstein ended up retiring is because he knew his job in LA was gone because of Warren McClendon. Well, Eric Jackson's on a fat contract at left tackle. He's also good. You're not going to replace him. If you're going to go offensive line, to me, it's got to be Fano. Whether that results in Fano moving into guard and Steve Avila goes into center or whatever you have to do, to me, it just cannot be a true tackle unless You're selling high on Warren McClendon for like a third round pick, maybe. I don't know. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me, especially with Makai Lemon on the board. Don't understand it. 14, Spencer Fano. This has been a pick I've done several times. I mean, Spencer Fano is going to come in. He's going to start somewhere on the interior. Maybe he can be your long term left tackle if things go sour with Ronnie Stanley, who is getting older. But yeah, he's going to start somewhere. Simpson, I'd prefer to play left guard. Fano you could play him at center, but probably right guard, and I'd look for a center in the second or third round. All right, 15 for the Bucks. One of my favorite picks, Akeem Mesidor. I think it's a perfect fit. Todd Bowles trying to keep his job. You need more pass rush help. You need a three down player as well, opposite of Yaya Diaby, because Al Qaeda Muhammad is not that. Akeem Mesidor is that, and clearly he's not making trades in this mock. So if the price is 15, the price is right in my book. 16 for the Jets. They go Makai Lemon. You need another weapon in that wide receiver room. I think this is a perfect fit. I mean, there's your yak slot receiver you're looking for. Garrett Wilson, true outside receiver, can play in the slot. Garrett Wilson's just a phenomenal talent, top 10 talent in the league at wide receiver. He can play anywhere. AD Mitchell's a field stretcher, pretty fast, good frame, 6'2". So, yeah, Makai Lemon can do all the dirty work underneath, and I think that's perfect for whoever's playing quarterback, whether that ends up being Ty Simpson, because I don't know if they draft him here, or Geno Smith. Either way, I'm fine. All right, 17 for the Lions is going to be Caden Proctor out of Alabama. I'm fine with this pick. The Lions, to me, develop offensive line really better than anyone. With Panay Sewell has been fantastic. He was a great prospect, but like Tate Ratledge, I like Christian Mahogany. I liked as a prospect. He's been okay as a pro, but yeah, Caden Proctor can step in, be your left tackle. The top three tackles are off the board. Hell, Fano in this world's playing guard, so we'll see how that or center. But yeah, Caden Proctor, I think, is a great alternative for the Lions. Worst case scenario, Proctor. That doesn't feel all that bad to me. 18 for the Vikings, fan favorite Dylan Thieneman going. Makes a lot of sense. Replace Harrison Smith up at safety, who to me is going to retire. I know he hasn't officially said it, but he kind of did at the end of next year, and now or last year, excuse me, and now he's kind of reconsidering. I think he's going to retire personally. And it sounds like Levante David might retire here in a couple hours. So we'll have to see on that for the Bucks. But yeah, I mean, even if Harrison came back for one more year, who is it? Harrison and Metellus? Like, Thieneman at this point is probably better than both those guys. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with this. 19 for the Panthers. Awesome pick in my opinion. Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon. They need more weapons on offense. I know they've spent 2 first-round picks the past 2 years on weapons. Unfortunately, you missed on one of them. Xavier Legette has given you nothing so far. Jalen Coker's been awesome, so that kind of made up for it. And Tedero McMillan's probably going to be a superstar at the NFL level. So shout out. But you need a dynamic slot receiver. You have a bunch of tight end twos and threes. You need a tight end one. Kenyon Sadiq will be that for you. He can also play in the slot, so he can play alongside those tight ends as well. I think this is a perfect pick for Carolina. What the fuck? Excuse my language. I know it's been a couple times already, but like, what? R. Mason Thomas out of Oklahoma going to the Cowboys at 20. Mind you, TJ Parker's on the board. Keldrick Falk's on the board. Hell, if you're going DPR, Cassius Howell's on the board. Zion Young's on the board. Malachi Lawrence is on the board. Gabe Akis, Derek Moore. There's probably about that ass 10 edge rushers, in my opinion, on the board better than R. Mason Thomas. He's undersized. He's probably a DPR at the NFL level. What are we doing here, man? This got to be an F. I mean, this is terrible. I can't even wrap my head around this. Like Donovan Ezraku is bringing the pass rush. Yeah, if you want another one, just get TJ Parker, who can also defend the run. You want an even better pass rusher? Like, take Zion Young here. I think Zion Young's a better pick at 20 than this is mind boggling. I can't wrap my head around this. I don't mind the position you took being edge. I just can't get behind the player you took. I mean, shout out R. Mason Thomas, but I normally take him in the third round in my mock. So that's crazy to me. All right, we're back on track. Vega Ioane going to the Steelers. Perfect Isaac Suamalau replacement at left guard. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. I hope I am, but yeah, Ioane is going to be a seamless fit for the Steelers offense line. Great upgrade. All right, 22 for the Chargers. I know from tweets I've seen on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, it's not TJ Parker, so who is it? What? I don't know. I don't. Really like this at all. Like Derwin James, I get plays a lot in the nickel. Elijah Molden's up there. There's someone else up there I can't think of, but I know there's another body up there I'm blanking on. Yeah, like it's a unique player for your defense that can play in the box and safety. Emmanuel Pregnon's available. You need a left guard. TJ Parker, you need more edge help to replace Odafe Owe. Christian Miller, interior defense line help. Peter Woods. I don't know. I don't really like the fit here. Very good player. I just don't like the fit. Or what the hell is that? I need. Come on. What is that? Come on, move that down. Why did it just pop up? All right, oh well. 23 for the Philadelphia Eagles. They go Omar Cooper. I'm fine with the wide receiver pick. I think maybe trade down, which he didn't do trade, so I understand that. But AJ Brown probably is getting traded in June. I feel like we all feel that way currently. Denzel Boston feels like a good replacement, but Denzel Boston's not the best talent on the board. Omar Cooper is. So I like the pick. Gives you a big time yak receiver for Jalen Hurts in the offense. And maybe you can patch things up with AJ Brown. Then he's just a phenomenal wide receiver three to pair with them for a year. Then AJ's probably gone next year, but we'll have to see what the Eagles choose to do. 24 for the Browns. They go Caleb Lomu. When Carnell Tate at 6, I'm a fan of going left tackle with the next pick. And Lomu makes a lot of sense. He's the best offensive lineman available at this point. Plug and play starting left tackle over Dewan Jones. I'm cool with it. Okay, I was talking about Zion Young for the Cowboys. I kind of love the fact Zion Young is in the first round. It's kind of nuts to me the team he's going to. Because yeah, the Bears need another pass rush. I understand that Deo's been terrible in his 1 year in Chicago. Was hurt a lot. Montez Sweat, the numbers look good. He is starting to regress as a player in terms of the win rate numbers. Austin Booker is taking a step up. There's a lot. I mean, every single interior defense lineman's available, and they will not be available at 57, at least in my opinion, in the real draft. So passing on them when you probably could have got Derek Moore, Gabe Akis, Malachi Lawrence, something like that at 57. I don't know how I feel about that, but I love the player. Zion Young's a top 20 player on my board. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, why? Why? We're 25 picks into the mock and we get a random trade. And the trade you did, it's irrelevant. We're not even going to see the 65th pick. Buffalo can move 8 spots back to 34 and get 65 and a third. That's pretty expensive. For the 26th pick, you give up 65 and a third when you're going to be bad next year. That's probably another pick around 65. I don't like that for the Cardinals at all. What did they even? I understand it. You wanted to get Ty Simpson in the mock, but it's a 2 round mock. If he would have fell to the second round, no one would have cared. Like that. That's the Jackson Dart price. I get it. When the Giants move up from 34 to 25, that's what they paid for Jackson Dart. Except I believe they gave up like 99. It wasn't 65. So that's pretty expensive. God, he doesn't have a right side of the offensive line stepping in Arizona. They're going to be bad. You need draft picks. I don't like that trade at all. In my opinion, he either falls to 34 or you pay a smaller price. Don't like what you paid at all, giving up 65 and probably another top 75 pick next year in a way better class. All right, we're going off the rails here. Like the picks in the 20s have been pretty bad. Keldrick Falk here to me makes no sense. Like considering who you hired as defense coordinator with Raheem Morris, I guess Falk's going to play on the interior, but where? Where? You traded a 3rd round pick for Osa Odigizua. You got Alfred Collins. You got CJ West in there. Where? Like why? Nick Bosa and Michael are going to be healthy. Oh, they're coming off injury. Keldrick Falk's not going to help you immediately. He'll be a good run defender, nothing else for you. Why not just wait till 58 and take a DPR? I get R. Mason Thomas went really high, but I'm sure Joshua Josephs or maybe Cassius Howe would be available at that point. Or wait till day 3 and take like Jay Sean Barham or Romello Height might fall. Like, I don't like Emmanuel Pregnon, starting left guard. AC Concepcion, starting wide receiver. Boston, starting wide receiver. Hell, if you want to take edge here, take Cassius Howe. I'm not a fan of Cassius Howe going in the 1st round, but damn it, if R. Mason Thomas is going 20th, just get something Raheem Morris can actually use on his defense like he did with James Pierce Jr. last year. I don't like that pick at all. All right, we're back on track. Give me 1 second. I need a blow nose. Been congested all video. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Peter Wood's good pick. First interior player off the board. You need more help there. I would honestly prefer the Texans go with a bigger body like Caden McDonald, true nose tackle, or Christian Miller. I think probably be the perfect fit. But hey, who's to say Peter Woods doesn't add back weight after a down year? I don't think he wants to though. So Peter Woods to me feels like a second round pick just with how bad the 25 season went for him. And the offseason has just been so much worse than the overall season, which does matter, obviously. The testing was poor, regardless of losing 25, 30 pounds. I don't know what Peter Woods' road ahead looks like. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Ashes Howe, perfect fit for Raheem Morris. Keldrick Falk, perfect fit for Spags. The Texans weren't taking either one. What are like this to me? This is why you do fantasy football content. And I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but this is why you do fantasy football content because you have no idea like about the real NFL. You don't value what defense coordinators care about. You don't value what head coaches care about. You don't value the type of mold they actually look for in the draft. You're just clicking names. You know what position they need. You're just clicking names. Like, I don't even want to look at the second round after that. Like, fuck up with the Niners and Chiefs and the Cowboys pick. Oh my. Casey Concepcion, here's your Jalen Waddle replacement. All cool, fast receiver. Like, I'm not a fan of this pick as a Dolphin fan. I have Casey as a mid round two grade. I mean, I get we need wide receiver. He's just not the type. I'd rather have like a Omar Cooper. I'd rather have a Makai Lemon at 11. Concepcion has a lot of flaws to his game. He can't catch the ball consistently, which is by far the biggest one. And it's like, I get it. You're looking for speed. Like, I get it was a cheap deal, but Tutu Atwell. Like, I will just say Tutu Atwell's there, and I get he's not great. But damn, I'd rather just rely on Tutu Atwell than spend the 30th overall pick on Concepcion when people like TJ Parker's available. Shit, Avion Terrell's available. Colton Hood's available. Brandon Cissay's available. Like, just not a good spend of your assets, in my opinion, for the Dolphins. Give me 1 second. Going to be the back row. Um, let's keep it moving. 31 for the Patriots. They go Denzel Boston. I mean, I guess it's not confirmed, but it feels like if they do trade him, AJ Brown's going to be a Patriot. But if you don't get him, I guess Boston is a good receiver for that role at the end of the day. So yeah, 32. I hate this pick. I love Avion Terrell as a player. Hate the fit, and I that's a common theme with a lot of his picks. I do not like the fit at all. Like you brought back Josh Jobe on a 2 year deal. Avion Terrell is probably best used in the nickel. Nicky Memori plays in the nickel a lot. Oh, well, what about his time? He's not in the nickel. Oh, Devin Witherspoon plays in the nickel a lot. Why would you not just take Colton Hood or Brandon Cisse and get a true boundary corner to replace Tariq Woolen? This doesn't make sense to me. All right, here goes Colton Hood off the board. Why did he do the one random trade? I get, oh, Ty Simpson quarterback. Like, it makes no sense. Either do trades or don't do them. Like, don't do one at the back end of the first for a 5th year option on a quarterback that might just be a second round pick. Like, I didn't like it. 33 for the Jets. They took Colton Hood. Goddamn near think those picks swapped once again are a better fit. Like, I think Avion Terrell's a better fit for New York, and Colton Hood's a better fit for Seattle. So I guess it is what it is. CJ Allen goes 34. I'm under the belief after watching his pro day and seeing how flared up his knee still is swelling that CJ might fall out of the top 50. Hell, I don't have him as a top 50 grade to begin with, so I'd be perfectly fine with that. But a lot of people try to push him to 15 to the Bucks. I've had people try to tell me 12 to the Cowboys. No, no, he's not nearly athletic enough. He's not good in pass coverage. Like, cool, he call plays at Georgia and he's good against the line or good around the line of scrimmage. Like, is that worth a top 20 pick to me? No. Ooh, 35 for the Titans. Who did they even take in the first round? They took Sonny Styles. All right, Keelan Rutledge, love it. Shout out. I don't think he goes before Emmanuel Bregnon, but I love Keelan Rutledge. He's a true right guard. So, I mean, I'm not too mad at this pick, to be honest. I mean, I have a top 50 grade on Keelan Rutledge, Kevin Zeitler, probably not going back to Tennessee potentially. So, yeah, I'm cool with that, actually. Caden McDonald falls to the start of the second round, along with everyone not named Peter Woods, which is kind of just nuts to me. This is a perfect nose tackle to add to the interior defense line to clog up the run game. I'm a fan. What did the Giants do at 5? Caleb Downs and Chase Pasantis. I love Caleb Downs as a prospect, but in terms of needs, you don't get a big boundary receiver when Carnell Tate was available. You don't take Jacob Rodriguez here to get a starting linebacker. Where does Pasantis even play? Like, is he even going to start at guard? Like, is Marcus Bowe not starting at guard next year? That's interesting. All right, Blake Miller. I mean, this makes sense. You got Peter Woods. Now you're taking a shot on right tackle of the future. Oh, they brought in Braden Smith and brought back Trent Brown. Yeah, I mean, Blake Miller's not playing next year. He's your long term right tackle. I mean, and he kind of needs a year, honestly, to sit and develop his game. And then maybe questions around like Trent Brown's not going to be back next year, and Braden Smith's back on one more year. He gets hurt a lot anyway, so Blake Miller might start some games next year or just take his job in 2027. All right, 39 for the Cleveland Browns. They go Brandon Cisse. I don't mind this pick. There's been a lot of questions about Denzel Ward's future in Cleveland the past couple of years, so it wouldn't surprise me if he does get moved next year. So, yeah, you get another player added to the secondary. Cisse, I guess, could play in the nickel. I think he's better on the boundary, but there's more versatility in the secondary. I don't mind this pick really at all for the Browns, and the talent checks out. 40 for the Chiefs. They go Jake Gode. Okay. Like, I understand why. That's just how it was still a terrible pick, and I'll live and die by that. Jordan Tyson was a terrible pick. I mean, honestly, this draft for the Chiefs is an F. It's been terrible. Like, you could have got Maxi and Nacho here. Hell, TJ Parker is still somehow on the board for whatever reason. Golday, like, I get it. He's athletic linebacker, can roam around the field. I just think Jacob Rodriguez is better. Hell, I would personally say Anthony Hill is better as well, but fine pick. Oh, speaking of Anthony Hill, and I swear I did not just see that pick. It was just a coincidence. Anthony Hill is going to go 41 overall to the Bengals. I mean, they need more linebacker help. I'm personally a big time fan of AJ Halsey. Like, I'd be perfectly fine taking him 41st to get another safety in the room. So, yeah, I mean, you need linebackers too. Jacob Rodriguez, though, he's here. I get it's not really what the Bengals like. He did test a lot more athletic than what we thought he originally was. So maybe they could like it. Damn airplane going over the house. All right, 42 for the Saints. Chris Johnson out of San Diego State. I'm cool with this pick. They took Ruben Bain eighth overall, I think. And yeah, this year, Alontae Taylor replacement to start on the boundary. A plus pick, in my opinion. And like I said, I already knew the Dolphins picked Malachi Lawrence. I like Malachi Lawrence as a prospect. I think he fits what the Packers like. He's lengthy, hell of an athlete, young player. You have the time to develop him, so I understand. TJ Parker's here, though. And it's like, I'm not the biggest TJ Parker glazer. Like, I don't have a top 25 grade on him. He's in my late 20s. But the dude was thought to be a top 5 pick entering the year. And that's got to hold some water to what he could be down the line. So, I'm surprised to see him getting passed on so much. 44, Christian Miller. I mean, it's a good interior defensive lineman, but you brought in David Onyemata. You have Harrison Phillips. Jawan Briggs looked good last year. He's traded for Devondre Sweat to be the nose tackle. Like, okay. Finally, he is off the board. TJ Parker goes 45th overall to the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, it's a steal at this point. Trey Hendrickson, TJ Parker, Mike Green, Tavius Robinson, Adisa Isaac, if you want to count him, hasn't done anything. Yeah, I mean, that's a good pickup for Jesse Mentor's defense, and he fits the mold of like a Odafe and Tully. Not even going to attempt the last name. I still do not have it down. I honestly don't mind this pick as much as people would probably think. Like, K. Dotton got the 3 year, $30 million deal. K. Dotton's okay. I think Eli Stowers is a much better fit for Zach Robinson's offense, which I'm sure he did not even mean to do on purpose. So, yeah, good weapon for the offense. Can play on in the slot alongside K. Dotton. So, I don't mind this really for the Buccaneers. And you got Akeem. Jacob Rodriguez feels like a better pick, but is Jacob Rodriguez just never going to go? All these linebacker needy teams just not taking him. Caleb Banks goes to the Colts. I mean, yeah, I understand betting on him. Adi Tamawa Adibari hasn't been much for you. And I was really high on him entering the draft. When did he come out? 2023? Maybe 24. I think it was 23. But yeah, Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner are both getting old, so you take the freak. It's something Chris Ballard would probably do, which once again, I doubt you even realized. 48. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. The tackles are getting older, but I mean, you're trying to win your division. Lee Hunter's here as a nose tackle. Zachariah Branch is here as a weapon. D'Angelo Bonds is here as a D Alford replacement. I mean, there were a ton of start now players that are probably better than Maxi and Nacho to begin with. So interesting. I mean, to me, this is stupid. Like, I don't, I hate when people take edge rusher for the Vikings. They need a defensive tackle. They need another corner. They need a safety, which you took Dylan Thieneman. Good job. They need a running back. They need a starting center. And we're taking edge when they are actively trying to trade away Jonathan Grenard because they have two good edge rushers. Oh, Deny Dennis Sutton's going to be the third edge rusher with Van Ginkel and Dallas Turner. Take one of those with your third round picks or on day three. Like, what are we doing? Like, I just don't like it. I like Deny Dennis Sutton a lot as a player, just the fit. The Vikings have so many needs they're trying to win now. Why the fuck are you trading away a very good pass rusher to take a shot on a pass rusher in the second round? Way back is out of Illinois to the Lions. I love this fit. I know they picked up DJ Wanham, but he's just playing out better than DJ Wanham. I think Derek Moore might have been a better fit for Detroit. Got that Michigan connection as well. But yeah, Gayback is a very good player to put opposite of Hutch. I'm not going to hate too much on this pick because Caleb Tiernan very well could be a second round pick. And I don't mind the Panthers taking tackle. I don't know if Tiernan's good enough value. Like, if Ian Nacho was here, I'd say, okay, yeah, he can learn behind Moton and be your long term right tackle. Rasheed Walker got damn near a minimum contract. I don't know how that happened, but he did. Icky is a free agent after, I believe, this season, and he's probably not going to play the entire season. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I get why you take it. I don't know if the value is good enough. All right, Lee Hunter to the Packers. Excellent value getting him 52nd overall. And yeah, you got Javon Hargrave, you got Devontae Wyatt. Lee Hunter is going to be a true nose tackle on the interior, so I don't mind that. Okay. Okay. Brennan Thompson. And I know you took him because of that 40 time you SOB. Are we serious? Brennan Thompson in the second round? I don't think I have this dude in my top 20 wide receiver rankings. Hell, just for that slot speed mold, Deion Burks is better. Zachariah Branch is by far the best one available. Antonio Williams better. Kevin Coleman, even to me, is better. This is insane. You have three third round picks where you could have taken Brennan Thompson, and he probably would have been available at every single one. That is mind blowing to me. 54 for the Eagles. They go Jennings Dunker. I guess he's going to start at right guard or maybe over Cam Jurgens at center, who hasn't been good. Okay. Uh, whoa. I forgot Emmanuel Pregnon was even available. I mean, this is a steal. Plug and play starting left guard for the Chargers. I mean, I think if you want him, you take him at 22 overall. I don't think Pregnon gets out of the top 50. This is kind of just nuts. We've seen Rutledge, Besantis, and Dunker all go before Pregnon. I can't even wrap my head around how that'd be possible. Kieran Crawford to a team that does not need a pass rusher. They need a Devin Lloyd replacement. They could use multiple starting safeties. They could use another tight end potentially. They need defensive tackle help. And we're taking Kieran Crawford, a day three pick, 56th overall. I'm like I'm mind blown. The Bears are the team that ends up taking Jacob Rodriguez, great player. They brought in Devin Bush on a nice contract. TJ Edwards is still there, but Rodriguez is probably better than both of them. So I A plus on the value. I don't know why he's still available though. Oh man, I think I'm finally clear. All right, 58 for the Niners. They go Jeremy Bernard. It's outside body, but like I'm looking for outside body with speed. Chris Brazzell sitting on the board looking at you. I think that'd be a much better fit. Zachariah Branch can be a gadget receiver. Holy shit. No hate to Jeremy Bernard. Bernard is a buttery smooth route runner. I don't know if Field Yates has watched a day, like a minute of college football ever in his fucking life. Bernard is a solid route runner. He's a decent route runner. He's not a buttery smooth route. I mean, you're talking about him like he's one of the best route runners in the draft. He is not. Bernard is big. He's strong as shit, and he has very good hands and doesn't drop the football. That is his game. He's not a buttery smooth route runner. Oh my gosh, bro. It's crazy these people have jobs at the highest level for the NFL draft because they truly don't fucking watch a day of college football or study these prospects at all. They are truly clicking names. 59, Kyle Lewis. If the Texans were to go linebacker, I kind of prefer like a Josiah Trotter, just bank on the full upside. I think Kyle Lewis is a better player than Josiah Trotter, but like he's very good in coverage. He's unique. You can play him at safety, linebacker, nickel. It is a chess piece. I feel like it might be a little similar to the role they have Toa Toa playing. So yeah, I'd prefer to take a thumper that D'Amico can develop. Trading Stukes, this is like getting a second Kobe Bryant on your defense. I have no problem with it. Chris Bell still available. That could have also been a pick for the 49ers. Coming off the ACL tear. Yeah, I mean, this is a good pick for the Rams. Big, athletic, fast, boundary option. You just question when he'll be healthy, but I mean, at 61, I don't give a damn. The value's so good, I'm fine. Josiah Trotter, that's a good pickup for the Broncos linebacker room to add to replace Dre Greenlaw. Don't mind that. Jay Barham, DPR going 63rd over Joshua Josephs. Not even going to get me pissed off right. I mean, I'm already pissed off by this garbage. And Jadarian Price makes a lot of sense for the Seahawks pickup running back. That's going to be the 2 round mock. I'm going to be honest. Like, man, the first 19 picks, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. There's some unique fits. I don't really understand the rest went so downhill that like I don't know why he felt confident in putting out a 2 round mock. Bad, bad. But I will probably record a mock draft either later tonight or tomorrow. Try to get one in yesterday, just too busy. But yeah, I'll see y'all soon with another mock draft, and I hope y'all have a good one. Peace out.